morning, everyone. Thanks for joining me. Thank you, Jim, for the lovely introduction. Appreciate it. So I'm here today to talk to you about how equipment dealers can sell more using the digital marketing strategies that we're going to cover today. And there's 3 crucial steps that you guys need to be taking to really connect with today's buyers. So again, my name is Banholzer. If you'd like to stop and visit ARI after the presentation, we have a booth in the dealer education area, number 3, and we also have a booth in the main exposition center. So let's talk about the future of OPE buyers. All right, we all see millennials, my age group. What are we doing? We're glued to our phones, right? We always have a joke. We're attached to them like it's got an umbilical cord. Well, what are we doing on the phones? We're not just doing anything. We're looking for things. We're looking for businesses. We're looking for products. And as we move into home buying, we need to find places where we can shop for outdoor power equipment. People are looking at lawnmowers, and if you are a repair dealer, you sort of get to double dip, because even if young people are buying their equipment secondhand, they're going to need it repaired, right? Eventually, something's going to go wrong, so they need to find you. Where are they going to look? They're going to look online. They want to find you. Millennials use Google more than they use anything else. So really, you want to be sure that you're showing up on Google and that you have these 3 things going for you. That's your website, email marketing, and you're utilizing paid ads. To get to the top of Google, it's not easy. It takes a lot of time. It's not something you can do overnight, but the good part about paid ads is you can get to the top overnight. So we're going to cover some great topics on that. How are you getting found online? So you want to establish that relationship with millennial buyers. You want to be their business of choice. It's a great thing that millennials love small businesses, so they want to choose you over the big box brands. Okay, that's one of the biggest pluses about this generation, besides using technology to find you. You really need to be sure you're connecting with them. I've visited countless outdoor power dealerships, and the great thing that I love about you guys all is that you connect with your customers, right? When people walk in the door, you make them feel welcome, you make them feel like whatever their problem is or whatever they're looking for, you're going to service their needs. That's a huge thing that small businesses need to leverage. So find a way to communicate that online, and that's how you tap into this huge market of people who are looking for you. So let's talk about those ways now. So we've covered this a little bit. Your website, again, email marketing, and paid ads. So think of your website as your online store, right? When people are looking for you, what are they searching? Power equipment near me, outdoor power equipment. So you can use these terms. You got to use them on your website to reach people who are looking for you through Google. So hit those keywords. Figure out, ask people who are coming into your dealership, into your shop, into your repair center. How are you finding me? If people are answering you that they're finding you online, if they're searching for you on the internet, I hope all of you have your Google My Business set up. It's completely free. If you don't know if you have it set up, it's really easy to do. You just Google your dealership name, and if it pops up and you see own this business, that means that you haven't claimed your business profile. It's completely free to do. You set it up. You can put your phone number in there. You can see who's reaching your dealership through directions, who's giving you guys a call. It's an incredible tool, and again, it's completely free. So make sure that you're just Googling your dealership name, seeing if you're coming up, and if you don't see own this business, figure out how you can get into that listing. Whoever claimed that initially, if it's an employee, otherwise you can reach out to Google and request to own that listing. So that's a huge part. Like when you search for anything online, you see that Google My Business pop up, you have one too. So make sure you're taking advantage of that, and make sure when they're clicking through to your website that they're seeing what you carry, they're seeing the services that you offer, and they get that information right away. Because if they don't, they're going to go back to Google and they're going to click on your competitor, or they're going to go back and they're going to find something else, or they're going to choose a big box brand, and that's the last thing anyone wants. So we're going to make sure today that you guys know what you need to include on your website to reach millennials, to reach really all of your customer buyers who are using the internet to find you, who want to find you. So let's talk about it. The 4 questions you should ask yourself when you visit your website are, is it well organized and easy to use? Are people seeing right away what you offer that makes you unique? Are they seeing your products that you carry? Are they seeing updated banners? Are they seeing sales that you have going on? If you have industry or manufacturer promotions running, make sure you're showing that on the front page so people are seeing these sales. If you have financing offers, you want to put that in that rotating banner there. As you see, we have up to $500 off Snowway plows. You want to have whatever sale or whatever event you have going on right now showing up on the front page so people know that's going on. You want to have it easy to find what people are looking for. Are they looking for mowers? What kind of mowers? Do you have a product page where people can select what they want? So again, inventory, front and center. Put it right there so people can find what they want easily. If they have to click around to find the products that you carry or the services or repair, they're not going to waste their time, because guess what? We have the attention span of a fly, right? So if we can't find what we want right away, we're going to go back, we're going to click on your competitor, and oh look, they have everything we need right there. I'm going to give them a call, I'm going to stop in, and that's where I'm going to buy my product. So you guys want to make sure that if you're their first choice, that they're sticking with you and they're going to make that purchase through you. So can customers find your hours and contact information quickly? This is huge. The last thing you want is someone to come to your dealership and you're closed. Maybe you're not open on Sundays. A lot of small businesses aren't. That's great. People respect that. But make sure you're communicating that to the people who are looking for your business. If someone comes to your dealership, shows up, and you're closed, guess what? Google knows that. And they're penalizing you for that. So as soon as someone searches for your business online, gets directions to you, they show up, you're closed, they leave, Google says, hey, why'd this person leave as soon as we took them to this dealership? Well, that looks bad on us. So guess what? You're penalized, you move down to the search rankings, you stop showing up in that map pack when people search for your businesses. Not good. So just keep those businesses updated. If you're closed for holidays, have that on your website. If you manage that Google My Business listing, you can put that in there. It automatically says may be different due to holidays, but make sure you're putting in your hours so people can find you and they can contact you. Is your phone number accurate? Double check. Sometimes people change their phone numbers. Sometimes you get a new phone system and you don't even realize all the different places this shows up around the internet. Do a quick search for your business. Again, click on those listings, make sure that phone number follows through to you, because if it's going to be a beep beep beep, well, you're closed maybe, or you're shut down, you don't exist anymore. Who can I call to reach? And are there easy to fill out forms? People want, if they see a product they like on your website, or they see a service that you offer, they need a repair, is that information there? Can they fill it out? Have that go to you, and will you give them a call back? You don't need to collect too much information, their name, their phone number, maybe their email, just enough where you can give them a call back and try to get back to them in a reasonable amount of time. Like I said, the attention span is boom, boom, boom. I want to speak to someone now. I want to get this done now. I'm on that train of thought, and if I can connect with you and then buy it through you, that's what I want to do. So make sure you're tapping into that. Okay, keep your service information up front. Working with the outdoor power dealers, one of the biggest things our customer success managers mentioned to us is that the parts department has such a struggle with people calling them, leaving voicemails saying, hey, can you repair my 2004 Toro? I need it fixed. I don't know what's wrong with it. So if you don't repair that, if you only repair products that you either sell or from a certain year, communicate that up front. If you have a voicemail set up for your parts department, some of you maybe are smaller businesses and you don't have that, if you have it on your general voicemail, just include, we only service products that we sell, or we only service these registered brands. Let them know up front. Put it on your website also, so when people click on the service tab to see if you will repair their equipment, have it listed right there so they don't waste their time calling you, and you don't have to waste your time giving them a call back. So if the customer, like we said, if the customer knows ahead of time, doesn't waste your time, doesn't waste theirs. 6 things, big things right here that customers want to see on your website. Pretty easy, shouldn't take you more than a half hour to get these things set up. I know you guys are swamped, you have a ton going on, but just check off these 6 things. Your contact information, can people call you? Can they figure out where they need to be when you're open? So your business hours, keep those up to date. Like I said, make sure if you're closed Sundays, you're putting that on there. Services and pricing. So what do you offer? Do you do repair? Do you do just service? Do you do part orders? Do you do equipment sales? What do you do? Have that front and center, and then the stock your store carries. So even if you have a list of the brands that you carry or that you're certified to repair, that you're certified to sell, have that on your website. A little what sets you apart. People want to choose small businesses because you're unique. It's a good experience coming into one of your dealerships because you guys connect, like I said, you connect with your customers, you make them feel welcome. If they have a problem, I see you guys, you walk them through it, right? And they feel like this is a great connection I have with you. And that's what establishes that long-term, lifelong customer. Because millennials will pay more to support a small business like yours versus the big box brands who it's an impersonal experience. They can order the part online, but they don't know where it comes from. It's not guaranteed. They don't know the specifics about if they need help with it. So they want to choose you because they know that you are the experts. You're going to do the job right, and they're going to have a relationship with you, and they're going to come in and know you on a first name basis, and that's where you want to get with these people because they will continue to choose you. So, and then last but not least, your social proof. Do you have reviews? Do you have testimonials? Do you have something that sets you apart or a customer that really likes you? Get a quote from them. If you can snap a little video on your smartphone and have that on YouTube and just link that up to your website, have a real person with a face and a name saying something great about your business. It goes a long way. It's no secret for any businesses. Success stories, case studies, testimonials, they're used in marketing because they work. They can work for our business, they can work for your business, across the board. Now let's talk about a little bit different what Google wants to see on your website. So now we know what customers want to see. What does Google want to see? So you rank first. You know the top first result gets 33% of all the clicks on Google. That's huge. No one makes it past the first page. So if you're not showing up, your goal is first page on Google. If you're not showing up, what can you do to show up? Let's talk about it. SEO friendly tactics, mobile friendly design. This is huge. Responsive websites. Google ranks mobile first now. They don't care about your desktop site anymore. Everyone has a smartphone. Everyone is finding your brand through their phone. So give your site a look on your smartphone, or if you don't have a smartphone, have one of your employees do it. Have one of your kids look it up. How does it look? Does it function right? Can people still get where they need to go using their smartphone? It's great if it can be on a desktop, but that's not what Google cares about anymore. So if they're not seeing your inventory up front on their smartphone, they can't give you a little call and make it happen real quick. It's going to be a problem. It's going to be easier for them to hit the back button and go to a different website than it is to look around on your site, have to zoom in, can't read the text, too small. This dealership it's not credible. What are you guys doing to connect with them? They want to connect with you, but are you making the effort back? And then consistent information, again, phone number, they want to see that across the board. Give your dealership a Google. Can you see different phone numbers on your Yelp listing, on your Facebook page, on your Google My Business, on any small business directory? If you're seeing different phone numbers, Google is saying, hey, this business doesn't know what they're doing. They're changing their phone number all the time. It's going to frustrate the people showing up. Don't want that. Make sure that information, your website name, if you change that, keep that consistent. You want it the same. So your tags and descriptions, when you upload a picture, just call the file, whatever the mower or part or whatever is named, so it's easy for Google to read. They want to see unique content, that About Us page that sets you apart, something that's not just a copy and paste in, we sell this, we do this. They want to know a little bit about you, see that you're a real business, you're not trying to scam on people. And then if you, inbound and outbound links is a little tricky. This is what I'm talking about with SEO taking a little longer. So if you sponsor a Little League team, if you sponsor a sports team, if you're involved in a charity, if you are part of the Better Business Bureau, link those things on your website. If you have a contact or About Us page, put that information in there and then link to those websites so Google sees that you're interacting with your community. Yes, we want customers to see you because clearly this business is making an effort to be a part of their community. They're a reputable place, so we're going to rank them higher in the search results. Unless you want a secure site now. And that's the HTTPS. If you visit a normal website and it says not secure, you don't want that showing up on your website, especially if people are filling out lead forms, because it says to the customer, my information should be going just to the dealership, not to all these other places on the internet. So avoid some 5 mistakes. Out of stock inventory appearing in stock. The last thing you want is for someone to see that you carry a product, they call in, hey, you got this? No, we're out of stock. Oh, okay. Well, that wasted your time, it wasted their time, and if they don't call and they just show up at your door and you don't have something similar to sell them, that's frustrating. They're not gonna come back because they think, well, I just drove all this way to see you, to buy this from you, and you don't even carry it. It's sort of that buzzkill, like, well, all right, I guess I'll keep looking elsewhere. Again, incorrect business hours. You don't want someone showing up when you're closed. Make it clear, when are you open? If you have flexible hours, just put it in there. Open from early morning, 9 a.m. to close. Have that communication in there. Again, the unresponsive design. So is it showing up on is your website showing up on the smartphone or on a tablet, or can you not see it? And then again, complicated forms. Don't grab too much information, just what you need to give them a call or email back if they're a lead or if they're interested in taking advantage of some of your services. So again, ranking is mobile first. Don't care about your desktop site anymore. Again, don't leave customers hanging. Respond to those forms. When people submit that, they don't want to wait a week for you to get back to them. People think it's frustrating. Over 80% of consumers say it's frustrating trying to do business with someone who doesn't make it easy for them. Make it easy for the customer. You guys are busy, but try to check these forms on a regular basis. All right, let's dive into email marketing versus direct mail. Up until recently, what's a way you reach a ton of people? You gotta pay, right? Paid direct mail is expensive. We've ran a couple of campaigns, they're in the thousands. Guess what? Email marketing for you guys can be totally free. All it takes is a little bit of time from you. So tools like SurveyMonkey, Constant Contact, take a look into those. If you don't have a huge database of millions of customers, if you have a couple of hundred emails somewhere, it's a free service compared to direct mail, which could charge you $5,000 to reach 5,000 people. Email marketing, free, just your time. So it's great also because the difference between anything traditional and anything digital is everything digital can be tracked. With email marketing, you can see who opened your email, who went to your website, who bought something as a result of your email campaign, and if you see that someone clicked through to your website, looked at a product, and then didn't buy, guess what? You can send them a second email, maybe with a coupon, saying, hey, 10% off this specific product. It's super simple. Again, all it takes is your time. It's very effective. So, did you know that collecting emails is not as easy as just putting it all together and sending all the people the same thing? There's a word we use, it's called segment. It's just a fancy way of saying divide or separate people into groups. So if you know that someone's interested in power saws, don't send them things about lawnmowers. They don't want to get that. They want to know what they're interested in. If someone came in and they're a lead for you, they're thinking about buying something with you, send them that relevant information. Keep that in that group and then make the sale. So you want to stay out of the spam folder. Don't send them long generic emails that involve too many things. Keep it fresh, keep it unique, send personalized, relevant contact. If you have used inventory in your dealership, email marketing is the perfect way to get it out the door. List the models that you have and the prices, you'll sell out. All right, so the problem with email marketing is they can unsubscribe. With direct mail, no matter what, they gotta get it, right? It's gonna come to their mailbox. They can't block you from sending them mail. But with email marketing, if they don't find your message relevant, they can say, I don't really wanna get messages from this person anymore. And then once they unsubscribe, there's no coming back from that. As soon as they're off your list, they're off. They can't, unless they choose to resubscribe to your emails, you will never send that customer another email. So only send them the relevant, important information. Do you have a sale coming up? People love saving money, right? We all do. So send them information about sales, send them information about upcoming promotions. If you get the information ahead of time from the manufacturer and you know things are coming out, send that out. Let people know that you have these things coming up or going on. And then follow up with people who click through, who are interested in saving that money, but maybe don't know if they're quite ready to take the next step. That's the time that you can give people incentives to get them to make the next step. And limit emails 2 to 4 times a month. No one wants to receive too many. If you have an email, if you check your email regularly, you know how annoying it is to get bombarded by a brand, Kohl's, right? They send you emails 3 times a day. It's too much. So you want to make sure that you're limiting your emails 2 to 4 times a month, keeping that information fresh and relevant. And I know you guys don't have time to be sending emails every day, so don't waste your time doing it. Customers don't care about it. They just want to know the good stuff. So let's talk about digital ads, all right? Not too long ago, we did everything in print, right? You had ads in the magazine, you had ads in local newspapers. Not today. People aren't reading newspapers anymore. That's why they're all online. So you really want to look at digital ads and online advertising. It's cost effective and it's great for customers. So with digital ads, you can target a specific audience in a specific location. This is critical because in newspaper ads, you got to put it in there. The people you're reaching might not be your target audience. They might not care about what you have to say, but you have to put it in there because that's how you get it out to a lot of people. With digital ads, you don't have to make that choice. You can put in your target market. You can see who's coming in your store. Is it mostly men? Is it mostly women? What's their age range? You can put that all in because Google has information about everyone. All of us have smartphones now in the millennial generation. I don't know a single person who doesn't. And every time someone puts something in their phone, Google is collecting information on them. They know about them. Google is the best place for you guys to be using online advertising. Again, you don't have to invest all that time into SEO because with Google, you just bid on keywords. If you sell Husqvarnas, you can put that in as a keyword. It'll show up, you'll pop up first when people in your area, in your target market, are looking for that product. Put that in and have a think about what you want. We'll get to goals in a second, but think about what people buy, what you make good margins on. If parts and repair are what make the most income for you, then that's what you want to focus on. Focus on a campaign that you know is going to drive results based on the people you see in your dealership who are buying from you or are utilizing your services. And then the best part about Google advertising is they only charge you when someone clicks on your ad. So how great is that? Newspaper ad, like I said, it goes out to everyone. The people who call you back, they call you back. You don't know what happens to the rest of everyone else, but you have to pay for it. With Google ads and Facebook ads, they only charge you when someone is actually interested in seeing what you're saying. What a deal. So just make sure you're taking advantage of this if possible, if it's in your budget. We'll get to a couple of different options in a second. But again, you don't have to waste your time with the SEO because you're the number one spot just by paying for people who are interested in you. So in marketing, we like to refer to paid ads as PPC because it's pay-per-click. So you can show up on search results pages, social media news feeds. Here we have an example of someone who's using a paid ad on Facebook. That's what it's going to show up. You can choose a picture, you can choose your own headline, you can link it back to your website, you can have someone call you, you can choose an action button. These are great tools. And if you're not an experienced advertiser, Facebook is an awesome place to start because it's super easy to use. Google takes a little bit more effort, and there are services that you can use with Google that say they make it easier, but you can't use those targeted specific ad results that you really want to see. So if you want to sort of dabble in paid ads, I highly recommend Facebook. You can put $20 towards something and get it out there. And really, if you're using your Facebook page, I hope you guys aren't spending more than a couple of maybe 15 to 30 minutes a week, because if you're not putting any money towards it, no one is seeing those posts. 3% of your audience, so if you have 500 people or 1,000 people who like your page, only 3%, so 30 people would see that post if you have 1,000 likes. That's nothing. You have to be putting money towards these things or they're not going to be effective for you. So don't waste your time on those organic social media ads. Make sure that you're putting money towards them and using them when it's applicable. Again, when you're having sales, when manufacturers are having promotions, put that out there. You can choose if it goes only to the people who like your page, or you can select, like Google, you can select that target audience and choose the location specifically where you want that ad to hit. So you're not targeting people in Timbuktu, you're only targeting people who live in your area who you know would make the drive to your dealership. Okay, and then last but not least, online directories. Yelp debatable on whether or not it works. Really, every dealership is different, every location is different. You have to see what works for you. There's a little bit of experimenting involved to see if it's the technique for you. You have to stick with it. So give it 6 months, we say, is a general rule with any kind of digital advertising. 6 months, and if you're not seeing a good result after a month or two, change one thing about your ads. So if you're using phone ads and you're having people call you, and not a lot of people are calling you, try sending them to your website. Try making that page where you have the sales and you have the promotion and you have the inventory, and send people there instead of having them call you, or vice versa. So let's talk about goals. So how do you're new to digital advertising maybe, or you're not experienced with it, you want to get involved. Even if you hire an outside service, there are some things that you have to do on your end to really see those good results. So we want to talk about SMART. It's specific, measurable, achievable, and relevant. Those are the key things. So what does that all mean? How can I make SMART goals when it comes to digital advertising? And this is with anything. This is with improving your web presence. This is with improving your Facebook page or your Google advertising or your email marketing. You want to use these SMART goals to really figure this out. So specific, what specifically will I achieve? You want to have a specific goal, not a general goal like I want to sell more zero-turn mowers. Get a specific brand in there. What do you see sell for you? Have that specific, because then you can measure it. You can measure what it does. If you want to say, I want to do more repairs. Well, what kind? Be specific. It'll help you see if you're actually getting results from your campaigns or if you're just throwing money away. Measurable. How are you going to measure it? Do you have the resources to track things that you're putting money towards? Like I said, unfortunately with newspaper ads, you only know if they're working if people call you back, versus email marketing, you can see if people are thinking about it but just haven't made that step. So see how you're going to measure it. And can you achieve it now, or is this something that you can achieve in the future? Think about what resources you have. If you're a small business, I know a couple of outdoor power dealers who utilize our services. They have 3 people working for them. They have the owner, and he does the work, he sells, and he does the repairs. He has his wife who does the billing and making sure all the finance is great, and then he has a part-time repair guy helping him out with the service center. So that's it. So do you have the resources to achieve your goals? Think about it. And then see if your campaign goals are relevant to your larger goals. What's the goal that you have for your dealership? Do you want to expand? Do you want to stay the same? Do you want to hire more people? What is your goal? Do you want to move locations? Do you have a bigger city near your area that you think you can tackle? Think about what your long-term goal for your dealership, for your small business is, and then see if what you're doing to market is relevant to that larger goal. And then time frame. Don't just say, I want to do this and I don't know when I want to do it by. Set a time. See it, because then you have that accountability on yourself. If you hire an outdoor power service like ARI, see if they're being accountable to your goals. Or if in a year you want to see double return on leads, are you seeing that? Make sure that you're setting that time frame up. So here's the guide to pay per click. Again, we talk about $500 a month for Google Ads. If $500 a month is not in your budget, nowhere near close, stick with Facebook ads. See if email marketing is working better for you. There are services you can do regardless across the board that'll work for whatever budget. But if you're going to do that Google AdWords, which gets you to the top of the search results page, $500 a month, 6 months, okay? And then you want to experiment with the different advertising tools, again, that we talked about. So is it click to call? If you don't have the budget for a website, if that's just not in the books for you, you can still utilize Google AdWords, but you can do click to call ads. So people will just simply type in what they want. So if they're looking for Briggs & Stratton mowers, type it in, near me. Okay, there you are. Briggs & Stratton mowers, you write your little description of what you do for them, and then they can click your ad and they can connect with you right on the phone. Hey, I saw you guys online. I want to buy this mower. Do you have it in stock? Sure, come on in. Great. Okay. So let's talk about experimenting with those different things, but you want to change one thing at a time. If something's not working for you, again, it's all about experimentation. I can't give you specific advice about what will work for your dealership, because you guys are all located in different places, you're all different sizes, and you all have different target markets. So you have to see what really is going to work for your specific location, for your dealership, for your customers. So if something's not working, change change one thing about it and see if that works. Because if you change everything and then it starts working, you don't really know what it is that is working for you, and you can't, again, tailor it to make it better, because then it goes back to being that guessing game. It wastes your time. So after a few months, you can see which keywords work good for you, right? We've talked about the 6-month rule, and then you can just spend that money more efficiently. So in the first 6 months that you're spending that $500, you're going to start to see a pattern of what people are clicking on, what they like, what they don't like, who's clicking on your ads. So if you're targeting men between 40 and 60, but you're getting a lot of clicks from men who are around 40, maybe then spend a little money on including the 35 and over group, because then maybe you'll see even more clicks, and then you can cut off the 60, come down to 50, and you get that specific range of people who are looking for you, and then you start to discover, hey, this is working, now I can put even more money towards it, make even more money in my door. Perfect. So tailor those ads, watch the sales roll in. You want to ask yourself 5 questions. Is your business ready for more business? If you want more phone calls, can you have someone there to answer the phone? If you're going to have a super successful Google AdWords campaign that's click to call, but no one's answering the phone and no one has time to get back to the people, it's not a successful campaign. Then you're just having people call you and drop off. So ask yourself, can I take in more people in the door? I know some dealers, they don't want more business. They're overwhelmed. They're saying, the summer this year was extraordinarily busy for a lot of people. They don't want more business. They want to know how to make it more efficient and only bring in the people who are not wasting their time showing up, standing in line, asking a bunch of questions, only to realize you don't sell or you don't do what they want you to do. So ask yourself, can I take on more business? And then number 2, do you know who your online audience is? It might surprise you. Sometimes it is different from the people who walk in the store. Maybe the people who are coming in store are 50 and over and they're not using technology, but your online audience who's looking for you is between 30 and 40. See who that online audience is based on those tracking features. When you do AdWords campaigns, when you do Facebook AdWords campaigns, you can see who is clicking on your ads, and that's the information used to make it work for you. Number 3, again, have you established your SMART goals? What's SMART? Specific, measurable, I don't know, A, what is it, everyone?
Achievable.
Achievable, great. R? Relevant, and T is? Time-based, great. What is a realistic monthly budget for your ads? So again, ask yourself, can I do that Google AdWords campaign? Or should I stick to Facebook? And of course, number 5, where is your timeline from start to sale? So where do you expect to be in a month or in a year? Ask yourself those questions. And then again, where are you sending customers when you're using these ads? Don't send mobile traffic to your site if you don't have a mobile-ready site. Instead, focus on desktop traffic or click-to-call ads. And are you using the right strategy? If your strategy is too broad, you're not really going to get those specific results that you need to work for your dealership. So refine your campaign keywords, use specific models, narrow your geographic area to the people who are showing up in your door as a result of these ads. And is your campaign on track for success? You can't just set it and let it. You have to keep track of your campaign, see if it's working. If not, tailor it. Again, with AdWords, it's great because you're not going to get charged for people who aren't clicking it, but you also don't want to be setting aside budget and then not seeing a return on that put away money. So make sure you're using those conversion tracking tools that Google provides to you to see who's clicking on your ads and tailoring them. Take advantage of those ads tracking on Mondays and Fridays. So it's not something you need to check every day, but try to do it once on Mondays to see how they performed over the weekend, and once on Fridays to see how they performed during the week. Because you might find out that people are clicking on certain things during the week and other things during the weekend. So keep that specific, and you can also turn your ad off when you're not in business. So if you only want your ads to run from 9 to 5 when you're open, you don't want people calling in at 8 o'clock at night when you're not there to answer the phone, you can turn the ads off for that time that you're not in business. So that's a great way to do it. And I want to add something with email marketing. A great way to make sure that you are using email marketing in a great way to help your online presence. Reviews are huge now, right? We all look at reviews online to determine if we want to go to a restaurant, if we want to pick this doctor or that doctor. We look at those reviews. People are looking at reviews for your dealership. So how do you get that 5-star rating? This is a little bonus tip that I've used with a ton of outdoor power dealers, and they say it works incredible. One guy had 30 reviews over 2 months, all 5-star, just by using this one little trick. Put a review us link in your email signature that your sales team uses if you communicate with customers on email. It's very easy to use. If you want to write down a link, there's a 15-minute tutorial on how to do it. It's arinet.com/signature. It'll show you exactly how to add that. How are we doing? Click here to review us on Google. Happy customers, they click that, they leave you that 5-star review. Google sees those 5-star reviews and they boost you up in the search results pages. It helps your website, it helps you a lot. So make sure that you're keeping track of your online reviews. It'll help with your SEO, help with your website, help with getting more customers. Again, arinet.com/signature. That's a little bonus for you guys. So do we have any questions at all from anyone?
Say that slowly, ARI.
arinet.com/signature. And again, that'll show you, that'll walk you through if you have Gmail, if you have Outlook, whatever, it'll show you an easy way to put that. Click here to review us. It gives you a free picture, so if you don't want to just have a text line, it's a nice bright image. arinet.com/signature though will get you there. And I appreciate your time today. If no one has any questions, otherwise, if you want to come see me, if you want to come talk to someone at ARI, we're again in the Dealer Resource Center right here, DA3, or in the main exhibition center, 21085. So I appreciate your guys' time. Hopefully you got some good information out of that and you guys can sell more stuff.